Hi, I'm Mike. This is Justin. For what it's worth, we're here today to talk about an NBA roundup of what's going on after the trade deadline.
Yep. All-Star break starts this weekend.
Woohoo!
So I wanted to kind of follow up about Anthony Davis thing, and well, last night he got hurt.
Oh, Anthony, you know what you did? You cost Dell his job. He's fired!
Yeah, that whole situation, as Alvin Gentry put it, is a dumpster fire.
Yep.
Anthony Davis got hurt just before halftime, literally a few seconds left, and he left the building to get an MRI.
And the team was mad he left the building before the end of the game. Really? You would think that you want them to get medical attention as soon as possible if it's something serious. Not New Orleans. They say, let him die. That's what you get for being in the city of, New Orleans. It's voodoo capital of the world.
Yeah.
Or U.S. rather.
You had quite a lot going on with that because after Anthony Davis left, ownership got really upset and they fired the general manager, and so they're looking into candidates all internally.
Yep, they got two coaches. I'm not familiar with the coaches. I don't remember where I put their names. Oh, there we go. Booth and Ferry are the last names of the two internal coaches that they were speaking about getting to be the GM.
Yeah.
I don't know either one of them. I don't follow New Orleans basketball very often. I pay attention to AD because, well, you have to. But outside of that, I don't really pay attention.
Yeah.
They're not the Celtics. I don't care.
But going back to Anthony Davis, the All-Star game being this Sunday, they are expecting him to play. So you leave the game early
To get an MRI, and then you're going to go play a practice game with a whole bunch of other people.
Right. And then there's talk and rumor going around because they don't know what's going on, but the rumor is that he might say after the All-Star game, well, my shoulder's still hurting, and he won't want to play.
I think he's only going to the All-Star game so they can do what they're not supposed to do. Tamper with his contract ideas and where he wants to play. Yep, and it's all about L.A. Poor Magic. Every time he opens his mouth, slap, take that money out of his...
Yeah, it got to a point where Magic said, I can't talk about any players right now because when I do it, I get fined, and when anyone else do it, they get nothing. So I'm going to stop talking.
Yep, so he went... Whoop, but that didn't stop, his players from saying anything. Like Kyle Kuzma, for example. He said, I'd rather be badmouthed in L.A. than be Mr. Irrelevant in Orlando. Mm-hmm. Ooh, who went to Orlando? It must have been somebody that he's rubbing it in their face.
I mean, it's very interesting because Kuzma's a very talented player.
Sure is.
Better than last year. So I guess he wants to be in the trade rumors. He wants to be relevant, and if that's
good attention, bad attention, it's all attention. Give it to me, says Kuzma.
Right. So show off your talent that way.
Exactly. But that sometimes backfires. Just ask Jason Tatum. Well, when he says, I wouldn't mind going to New Orleans and being the face of the franchise. Excuse me, son, aren't you like 20, 21? And you can't even hit shots in Boston? You rush and jump? No. You do look good, but today, you are not the face of a franchise. Maybe give yourself 2 years to get more acclimated, but not right now.
Right. And the big reason for Tatum's big head was his performance last year in the playoffs. Very good. But this year, he's developed a little bit better of a jump shot, and because of that, he's taking worse shots.
He's rushing and jumping, not stopping and passing.
He's rushing into shots he shouldn't take. And go back to the footage from last year's playoffs, he would drive to the hoop a lot more often, where this year he stops and settles for the jump shots that he thinks he can make.
Bang! It's a brick!
Granted, he might have the talent to do it. He does make them on occasion. I don't think that's what you should do. If you drive to the hoop, you're getting easy points, and it makes you look a lot better.
Boston is all about setting, and taking the extra pass for the better look. Tatum is all about, let me get down there and take a shot, and everybody else can grab the rebound. I'll take another shot after I get the ball back once they pass it back to me.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. So, with that said, is Anthony Davis trade worth it?
I think so, in a way. But I also don't think so, because if we had to give up Brown and Tatum and maybe Marcus Smart.
Yeah.
I really don't want to lose Marcus Smart, but Anthony Davis is supposedly, the second coming of sliced bread. So maybe we need him, maybe we don't. We can have a sandwich with just the Kyrie and Anthony Davis, 2 pieces of bread, right? We don't need any other players. Something. Come on, Boston. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's quite a bit, but in the end, it's probably better for the team.
I can never justify 5 to 7 players for one other player. There's nobody in this world worth that much.
Right. Well, tell the Lakers.
I will.
They offered
when I laugh at them.
They offered everybody, but that brings me back to the All-Star game. LeBron being the All-Star captain.
Did you see the odds that are in Vegas? Will the Lakers and LeBron tamper at the All-Star game? It says, I think, plus 325 yes, and plus 150 no. In other words, it's 2-1 that the chances are he's going to ask and talk about, come to L.A.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's behind closed doors, I expect that to happen.
How can you not? If you're in a room full of plumbers and you start talking about some plumbing problem, they all want to talk about it. Why wouldn't a basketball player in a room full of basketball players want to talk about basketball and where they're playing? I don't know, just kind of makes sense. But that's tampering. We're going to cost you $50,000 for saying that. I'm not in the NBA, so don't charge me.
Yeah, but if we look deeper into the All-Star roster for LeBron, he has quite a few players that are on expiring contracts.
He could be the GM in New Orleans because he picked a great team with what was available. Poor Giannis, what were you thinking?
Yeah, he got Kawhi Leonard, he got Kevin Durant, he got Klay Thompson, he got Anthony Davis, all those guys on expiring contracts, and he got James Harden.
Yeah.
And Kyrie Irving, who's also on an expiring
I think Lowry's on that team, isn't he? Or is the other team? They traded Lowry or something. Or...
It was Ben Simmons for Westbrook.
Oh, that's what it was. They traded Ben Simmons. That gets kind of confusing because it's an all-star game. Does it really matter what side you're on? You're on a team. They're all stars, right? That's the key phrase. All stars, not just some stars. I don't know. Maybe I'm just seeing stars.
Yeah, it's... Giannis went with Chris Middleton as his first pick in the reserve round. I don't know.
That's not the... You could have got a lot better.
He could have had Anthony Davis.
Was Cousins playing anywhere?
Shoot.
Cousins is better than Middleton on a part-time schedule. Middleton's not bad, but he's not in the upper echelon of players in my mind.
No, but, I mean, it was... I don't know. The draft was interesting. Do you see any chance that Team LeBron loses this year?
Yes. Because he's going to let everybody play, and nobody's going to shoot. They're all going to pass. And then Giannis will say, we got so many good players over there, we better score. And so they're going to win 165 to 155.
Wow. That's
something
a
like that.
Conservative number.
It is. It's kind of low. Yeah. It might be a little higher than that, depending if they play defense or not. I'm guessing that they are in my score, but... Obviously, you think it's going to be more. What do you think the score is going to be?
Well, they approached 200 last year, so...
Yeah, maybe my score's a third quarter score. I don't know. They'll both get to 155. Someone will get higher.
Yeah. Yeah, it was...
I don't like the NBA basketball all-star game because it's like the NFL's Pro Bowl. The players go and play, but they don't try. So if somebody steals the ball... Okay, we'll watch him run and dunk it. Take it back, and now I'm going to dunk it on you. Like in the NFL. Oh, I'm going to throw this one 80 yards. Oh, you can stay at the line. I'm not running that far. You keep going. It's not a game. It's just...
The storyline is the Anthony Davis-LeBron thing.
Yeah, and everybody's going to talk to Anthony. Why don't you come play with us? I don't have that problem over there. Over here, we do this. But that's tampering, too. You can't even talk about your own team to another player.
Yeah.
I don't like that NBA. Let people be people and talk. They're not doing anything wrong. If they sign something and say, oh yeah, I'm going over there, then that's a little wrong. But just talking to people, give me a break.
Yeah. But these all-stars are all going from one team to another team temporarily. There's a couple of players out there who recently got bought out and are going to another team for the remainder of the season.
Who's that?
One player being Enes Kanter got bought out by the Knicks.
Oh, yeah, the guy that's being haunted by his home country for slandering the government, and they want to expedite him. And because they kill his brother or something, or kill somebody or something?
I don't know. The whole story's messed up.
But he could get literally kidnapped and whisked away out of the U.S., and they would call it, what do they call it? Transfer of, I forgot, expedited to back to their country, something like that. I don't know. I'm not that smart to figure that stuff out. All I know is that he could get taken from here, go over there, be held on trial, and somehow they will justify that it's legal.
And he'll get arrested.
He'll be sentenced to death in their country.
Yeah.
So
hopefully that doesn't happen to him.
Yeah, I don't want to see that happen. I don't hate nobody that much.
But he signed with the Portland Trail Blazers.
All right, now go. No, just kidding.
Now he's getting another chance with another team. He hasn't played for the Knicks for a while now,
I think he's talented, and he could have helped in Boston on the bench. But the Blazers are not looking for a bench man. They're looking for someone that'll give him more minutes. And we got Horford up the middle that we really don't need to sub out. Horford is not an everyday player because of his knee injury and all, but he's 75-80% of the games, and that he plays really well. So I'm happy with Horford.
Yeah, me too. But a Boston player's brother also got bought out. Markieff.
Oh yeah,
went to the Oklahoma City Thunder.
OKC. Are they trying to make a playoff push? If they got Markieff and on the bench coming out, that's some really good bench work. So
yeah, he's very talented.
Very good player.
I mean, if he's anything like Marcus, he's gonna be really good for him. Marcus is having a career year this year. Likes to shoot when he's open.
Yeah, I like him. He's a good player, but he had some disgruntled words the other day that got me upset, saying we don't play as a team. Is that what it was?
Yeah,
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
I was kind of upset at that because we had just won 9 out of 10 games. So, what?
Yeah, well, winning cures everything, and
not for him.
Well, they had just lost after that.
Oh yeah, they did lose one game. They had to have one game in the last 2-3 weeks, maybe a month.
Yeah,
and he's crying. Oh my gosh.
So obviously, there's a lot more behind the scenes that we don't know about. If it's gonna take so little to cause some, disgruntled.
That's what we have for what it's worth on the NBA. That's the roundup for this week. What's going on? Anthony Davis again is the head of the talk, but there's a lot of players moving, a lot of things happening, and Justin really follows up well with that, and I help him out for that. So this is pretty much all Justin's part with the basketball. I'm okay with it, but I really only follow the Celtics because why else? What else is there to care about in basketball? We got 17
Getting a little
rings.
carried away there, huh?
I forgot this year's ring is not on our finger yet. I just get ahead of myself. We were about to be legal. 18, baby. Woohoo! 11 from Russell himself. All right. Well, for what it's worth, I'm Mike.
I'm Justin.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications for our next video. Thanks again.